boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me. There's no one watching me at this moment in time, but I am live. So this may be next week's, most probably will be the last live one I will do before Christmas, unless I can do one when I'm abroad. So, boys and girls, after a week of political turmoil in this country, I have to say it's been political turmoil in this country. Um, I'm just glad that it's all over in a way, and we can all move on as Englishmen, as you know, as brothers, if you want to call it that. Mr. Edward Gray's come up. I better show this one because obviously, he's a hello, my son. Hello, my son, Mr. Edward Gray. Hope you're all right, Eddie, mate. You didn't go to that thing last night, did you? Christ's sake, don't tell me you went to that thing last night. But hope you're okay, mate. Hope you're doing well. Just coming up on a Saturday night for an hour to talk to everybody who subscribed to us and everything like that. So if you have anything to say, Mr. Gray, put it in the comments. So, as I was saying, as always, going on about politics, I thought very rarely I get political in my videos. Actually, I don't think I've ever got political in my videos. And the thing is, with this, Brexit thing going on, like you do, and everything else, and with this general election, I must admit, us English people, we must be absolutely mad. People must view this country as a bunch of nutters. We must be a bunch of nutters in this country because we just bring it on ourselves all the time. We bring on everything ourselves. We just absolutely. Oh, Mr. Gray, he's with Lee. He's with Lee Eggleton. I think he's gonna pop up on the comments. Is he gonna pop up on the comments? I'll try to get on the comments. With Lee, what are you drinking? I am drinking, Eddie, a beer from Mad Squirrel. Mad Squirrel, what name for a fucking brewery? We have got a chocolate, a chocolate white stout. It's called Hoodwink, 5.3% ABV. There you go. Lovely, super smashing great. It's all right. It's all right, It's cracking. Milky Bar kids in town with this beer, I'll tell you, mate. Milky Bar kids in town. Right, let's go down to the next comment. We've got a comment from Mr. Drawing Butterfly. Hello, Drawing Butterfly. How you doing? Nice of you to join us again on another Saturday Night Live. I love doing this because I'll tell you what, I could talk to it. It's just great. It's just great. Anyway, I'm talking politics at the moment. The reason why I'm talking politics, I'm pissed off with it. And I'm glad it's over. But I need to get stuff out of my system to convey to you that what I think about politics, because I've kept it in all week. Politics is a load of fucking shit, isn't it? At the end of the day, as I was saying, Brexit. We are a bunch of idiots. I'll tell you why. About Brexit is because I remember the viewers count's gone down already. I'm starting to talk about Brexit. Maybe I should stop politics on the head. I'll tell you what, I stop politics on the head because it might kind of not get anybody watching us. Anyway, I'm gonna go on about beers. Let's not the politics on the head for now. Just shove it out of the way. I've reviewed a couple of really good beers tonight, which I'm going to upload through the course of the week. So hopefully, Drawing Butterfly, if you're watching this, hope you watch it. And I'm thinking about my beer of the year because I'm going to do a video next week. It's not going to be a live video as such. It'll be more or less a beer of the year video. It's kind of like what beer has really kind of like hit home with me over the year. After all, I've been reviewing, must be about 500 beers this year. So it's a huge amount of beers to bring to the table to think, that one there, That might be a good one. So it's kind of like in the process of, tell me what you think. What beers? What's the best beer you've had this year? Stick in the comments. Just stick in the comments. Tell us what you think. So I'm just going to go in with this chocolate stout, Milky Bar Kid beer. If you know what I mean. It's all right. So yeah. So anybody out there who wants to say what the best beer they've had this year, stick in the comments and we'll talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about politics because I think my viewers count's gone all down already. But all I'm going to say is, all I'm going to say about politics is a load of shit. And the day when they showed Sunderland with the woman on the bloke's shoulders going, yeah, we're coming out of Europe, and the thick twats didn't realise that Sunderland's got Nissan around the corner. So there you go. That's my view on politics. What I can do. Sorry, I've been busy today. I've been bottling beer. That's what I do on a Saturday. I bottle beer, Christmas beers. But Christmas beer's over, and hopefully I'll be brewing next year. So that's what it's all about. I've got a little bit of studying to do tomorrow. I'm going to start reading stuff about brewing beers and stuff like that, like you do. The football's on at the moment. I don't really want to watch the football either because we're not doing very well. It should be Ralph's last game, to be honest. I don't think we'll beat West Ham, and I don't really want to watch it. It's very painful to watch, being a red and white fan, if you know what I mean. So I thought I'd come on here and talk a load of gibberish to 3 people at the moment, like you do. 3 people at the moment. So, boys and girls, beer-wise, what I've been doing and stuff like that. Well, today I went to the North Yorkshire Dales Brewery. I had to deliver some stuff today, and I also went in and did some bottling of their Christmas beers. And after that, I'm back there next Saturday to do some work, I think. Then after that, I'm flying out to Spain on the Monday. I'm going to Spain for Christmas because I tell you why I'm going to Spain for Christmas, because I just want to go to Spain. You get hacked off with it, don't you? The same thing every year. You get the same thing on the shit on the TV. You get the same. Everyone goes to the sales. I don't know who the hell goes to a next sale at 5 a.m. in the morning on fucking Boxing Day. You tell me who that is. I tell you what, it's just the same thing. Every year it's the same conversation, same food, same argument, same fucking everything. So I thought I'd go to Spain. And funny enough, for next year I've already booked up for Madeira as well. So Davy Bowman's in town. Big Davy boy. Davy, it's Clint Eastwood, isn't it? Hello, mate. Nice to hear from you. Hope you're okay. Are you the man with no name? Let us know in the comments. So, Johnny, what team? Red and white. You're not a Mackem. No, I'm not a Mackem. Do you think I'm a Mackem, Mr. Gray? Do you honestly think I'm a Mackem? Do I look like a Mackem? I come from the south coast. That's a bit of a clue for you, isn't it? I come from the south coast, and now I support the biggest team in the south coast. I don't care what Pompey say. We are the biggest team. We've got the biggest stadium. So how many teams? I can't give you. I support a red and white team, and I'm from the south coast. So you tell me exactly what team I support, and I will tell you exactly what I feel about them at the moment. And it isn't flipping great, to be honest. It's not clever. So there you go. It's not clever because at the end of the day, we're shit and we're going down. I can't even remember what I was talking about. It all gets back to football at the end of the day, doesn't it? We're losing at the moment. I think we're losing at the moment against West Ham. That's why I decided to come on here because I didn't want to watch the football any longer, to be honest. I really didn't. No, you're not. I don't know what he means about that. Oh, no, yes, we are, Mr. Wonder Beer. We are the biggest team on the south. I don't care what you boys say. You don't want to be in Hampshire because you're an island. That's what I say to you boys. You don't want to be in Hampshire. You're in Portsmouth. You say you're an island, then you can be an island. We'll be the Hampshire club. You can be, the Islanders, if you want to call it like that, if you will. So I'm going just drinking. It's just gone back to football again. So I was just drinking down a bit of a. Oh, that's lovely. Well, it's not lovely. It's a synthetic as hell, but it's fine by me. So yes, that's why I'm not watching the football. It's not very fun at the moment. Pompey boys are laughing. Let them laugh. Let them have a bit of a laugh. At the end of the day, it all come back on them at some point, if you know what I mean. So yes. So what was I talking about? I can't remember what I'm talking about because we were kind of like diverted from football to beer. Told you what I did today. Then I've gone back to football. So yeah, so I haven't got any beers in really for Christmas, obviously, because I'm not here. So what was coming up? I like doing this stuff. Managed to get hold of Welcome to the Party, pal. Should be up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that, mate. I really enjoyed that beer. It did bring back memories for me of Avoca and kind of like trashy Christmas stuff. It did feel Christmassy. Hope you. I don't know if you reviewed it yet, because I don't know if you're going to put it up. But I enjoyed it anyway. I thought it was great. It made me smile. Put it that way. It did make me smile. Chawala, John Smith's tonight. Yes, you get on it, mate. Get on to John Smith's. John Smith's is what you see is what you get with John Smith's. Smooth flow. Yeah, I prefer the red can, but smooth flow for me, it's it's kind of like, basic beer, isn't it? John Smith's. It's what people drink, and it. I did a review of John Smith's Smooth Flow. You can see it on my playlist, Davey. Years ago, I did it. I did it about 2 or 3 years ago. I've been doing this channel for about 5 years this year, I think. I think I did John Smith's at some point. Watch it. It's quite entertaining, to be honest. John Smith's cheapest chips, and you get a good quantity of beer for the money you spend on it. And I suppose that's what people go for, don't they, this time of year? They want quantity over quality, usually. With all the supermarkets doing fantastic deals on beer at the moment, that's what people go for. I went to Tesco's last week, and usually in my local Tesco's, they usually have half lager. Down the yard, I have about half of it stacked up with lager, and the rest of it with a little bit of craft beer, rest of it a bit of real ale. But on this occasion, they kind of like shoved the Belgian beer and real ale and the craft beer around the corner next to the cat litter. That's great. Next to the cat litter around the corner, and the whole length of the aisle has been expanded for the lagers and expanded for the normal. I wouldn't say the normal generic bitter, you could call it that, all along. And of course, they don't expect people to buy much craft beer over the Christmas period. That's the only thing that kind of like my thought was, I thought that they expecting to do. I think they're just kind of like think everyone's gonna buy these big packs of lagers all the way down this aisle. But at the moment, I think where the supermarkets are concerned, where proper beer is concerned, craft beer and stuff like that, I think they're at a point at the moment where I've just bought the stuff in, and they're not really. They bought the stuff in, but I haven't really done their research on it. That's my opinion. Because I think, especially Tesco, I think they've stocked some real stinkers, to be honest. But like I said, Davey, for me, John Smith's the original is the better one for me. That's my personal opinion, but everyone's got opinions. For me, the smooth flow is a little bit. It's not. I don't think it's as good, but it's smooth. If you want a smooth beer, go for the smooth flow. But for me, I just feel like where John Smith's concerned, there's a lot of people look down on John Smith's. I don't look down on it. I still think that it sells bucket loads, and there's a massive market for John Smith's. I think there's some people out there who look down on it and think that it's pretty pretty generic in a way. Me personally, if you bought a crate of it in, I'll drink it. I really would. It's at the end of the day. So, boys and girls, I've got to crack open a beer in a minute. It's a Golden Ale, this one. This was kind of like I've reviewed this one before back in November, and it's what kind of like stood out for me for this one is that it's a Scottish brewery, but this beer is actually a German. Was a German brewer in a Scottish brewery, basically, with this beer. And I thought it was quite interesting because I think he stuck to the Reinheitsgebot, the German purity law, with this beer. But he's brewing it in Scotland, and I'm gonna crack this open. I did review it. It's all right, the G40 from West, available in Tesco's, by the way. The viewing count's dropped again. Oh God, it don't half go on. Anyway, I'll just go in with this one. Cheers, everybody. Milky Bar Kid, all right, that is. So, I started this stream being political, obviously, because of what's been going on this week. I did not vote this week. To be honest, me personally, I think they're all full of shit. So I didn't vote, but I just sat back and enjoyed the fallout of it, if you know what I mean. So I always thought that, with this Brexit thing, which goes on, and obviously they're going to go forward with a deal for Brexit. Now they've got the majority. No one really knows what the deal is, whether it will affect us wages wise, work wise. Is it going to affect us? I hate to say it, beer wise, if you know what I mean. Especially when, with regard to Belgian beers availability in Tesco's and stuff like that, will the Belgian beer come off the shelf? We don't know. We don't know what the deal is. We don't know what the deal will be with the US either. So it's kind of like, from a beer drinker's point of view, it's going to be interesting, I think, regarding the price of beer, especially foreign beer, which I tend to drink a lot, to be honest. Tend to drink too much, but it's always, there's always an inkling what way the beer industry is going to go with regards to the Brexit deal. So put it in the comments if you feel like it's gonna, beer's gonna go up, availability is gonna go down. Stick it in the comments. Tell us what you think on it. At the moment, the beer industry is quite buoyant. It's the supermarkets are just kind of like plying their shelves with craft beer, relatively, if it's good or bad. It's kind of like a mishmash of beer styles out there, and some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it's to be honest with you, the majority of beers I've got in supermarkets at the moment, I'll say average to below average. The special ones do stick out, but there's only, for me personally, there's been one or two beers which really blew my mind from a supermarket, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I don't know what the score is, to be honest. I think we're still losing, but I'd rather be doing this. Actually, it comes, I tell you what, it's that bad when you support Southampton that you just kind of like, you're doing this while your team's playing. And it gets to a point where you think, God, I should be watching, but we're so shit at the moment. I just cannot be bothered with it. You know what I mean? Can't be bothered with it. I just can't. When your team's shit, innit? Just going to go in with this. Cheers, everybody. It's all right. It's all right. So I'm off to Spain over Christmas, and I've already done my research on the place I'm going to, and I'll be doing some beer reviews in Spain. Picked out some Belgian bars. I picked up some Dutch bars. I'll be going in them. I'll be going through the whole menus of them, posting up reviews like I usually do when I go abroad. It's always nice when you go abroad. Do some beer reviews and stuff, and stick them on the old site and that. Stick them on the page. You don't know what you find when you go out there. Usually, Christmas Day, if I'm in England, I usually get a special beer in. I usually get a beer which is quite hard to get. We've got a cat coming in. Just get a cat coming in. Keep coming in. Coming in. Come on. There you go. Got to let the cat in. Got to let the cat in, because otherwise, you want to come here? Come on. Nah, forget you. Fuck off. Goody bugger. I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, what? You want to come over here? Speak to the people. Come on. Speak to the people. Yeah. Oh, come on. Speak to the people. Ah, God. Speak to the people. There you go. Speak to the people. Say hello. Come on. Say hello. 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 Ah, she's a bugger. This one, she's a bugger. She's kind of like really kind of like she's a boss, basically. She's a boss. She tells you exactly what she thinks, and if you don't comply to her words and stuff like that, she'll tell you to fuck off, wouldn't you? Hey, you will, wouldn't you? Hey, she's come up with me. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. There you go. So I can't remember what I was talking about now. I was in Spain. I'm gonna do some beer reviews in Spain. I've got my list of Dutch bars, got my list of Belgian bars. I don't know what beer I'm going to do on Christmas Day. I usually do a special one on Christmas Day. Can't see that happening. Can't see it happening this year. It'd be something like Mal Classica or something like that, to be honest. I've just done a couple of German beers, which will be coming up through the week, as always. And I might be thinking of doing some other stuff on this channel as well. Not as food stuff as much, but just doing some other stuff. Not too sure yet what I'm going to do. Starting to break it up, make it a little bit more interesting, if you know what I mean. Keep it fresh, like you do. She's kind of like biting me toes at the moment, scratching me. Let's look at the comments anyway. So we have got Thomas Macari says hi. Hello, Thomas. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what what beer. Bet it's O'Hara's or something like that. Yes, Mr. Darren Hawthorne's come up. Yes, hello, Mr. Darren Hawthorne. I'm not watching the football. I'm really fed up with the football at the moment. I don't know what the score is. I don't really want to know the score. but you must probably tell us if we're losing. I'd imagine it's kind of like losing. Won't be winning. Can't see that. And it could be Ralph Hasenhüttl's last game. Maybe it's the best thing for us. Maybe we should need a new manager in just to kind of like freshen things up, if you know what I mean. Let's have a look at. Oh, they're coming in now. We get to Terry. Evening, Jonathan, and all. Hello, Terry. Hello, mate. I've missed you put some review up last week. I didn't see it, mate. I will have a look, mate, as always, this week. Tell us what you're drinking. I bet it's the Landlord. Can't beat a good pint of Timothy Taylor's Landlord. It's one of the great beers of the UK Isles, I have to say, Terry. Terry, what I'm drinking is the old Mad Squirrel. Mad Squirrel. Don't know if you can see that. Mad Squirrel, that way. Chocolate white stout. Milky Bar Kids in Town in a can. Got to let that cat out now. Go on. Off you go. Like you don't. God, bloody cat. It comes in, comes out. This house is run by cats. Believe you me. It's run by cats and it's terrible stuff. So, what was I talking about? This is what happens. It's kind of like oh, she's meowing. Oh, she's terrible. She's wants kind of like attention all the time, and I give her attention, and she turns around with her middle paw and says, "Fuck you, I'm going." If you know what I mean. So, what was I talking about now? I've kind of lost it. Yes, Christmas. I'm in Spain. Christmas. I'll get a cat flap. I love to get a cat flap, Terry. I'll tell you that. I like to get a cat flap, but the problem is, Terry, at the end of the day, these are indoor cats. And they never go out because they're pedigrees. Me personally, I'll get my size 10 boot, open that door and kick them up the arse and rugby kick them out the bloody back door. Right over the back fence. Give it to the neighbours. There you go. Have that. Like you do. As ever. So tell me, what beer you're drinking, mate? Tell us what beer you're drinking. I'm sure you've been drinking something half decent, because you do drink decent stuff as usual. Like I say, I'm gonna crack this open soon, the old G40. See what that's all about. Well, I did a review a while back. And I talked a little bit of politics tonight as well. Basically, I said to everybody out there that they're all full of shit, and why the hell did we vote for them? This is fair enough. Fair enough. So I'll just go in with this. Cheers. Lovely. And I have to say to you out there, comment coming up. Pedigree, Marston's Pedigree. Marston's Pedigree. Now, anybody's watching this, Marston's Pedigree is really one of them beers which she wants to come in again. Come on. Come in. Come on. Come on. Come on, darling. Come on. Come in. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, come on. Come in here. Come on. Yeah, come on. God. Oh, she's terrible. Come on. Come on. There she is. She likes a bit of attention, I have to say. Didn't you? Didn't you? Hey? Yeah, you do. She's a bugger. She's a bugger, all right. Say wave to Terry. Come on. Oh, wave to Terry. Hello. She's a bugger. I just got it's like babysitting. It really is. It's like definitely babysitting. She's a bugger, all right. And yeah, this is what happens. You see, you got 3 cats. It's terrible. Get you up at 3 o'clock in the morning as well, didn't you? 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't just get you up. They can like dive bomb you, like jump from the kind of like headboard, right onto your head, right onto your head, didn't they? Hey, wave to all the boys and girls out there. Go on, hey, you can come with me. That's it. You stay with me as ever, because you like staying with the old man, didn't you? There you go. God, I'm babysitting tonight. I am. As ever. She won't leave me alone now. She's got to be on my lap forever. Terrible. I haven't fed me cats any beer or anything like that. She's stuck with me. And yeah, you're stuck with me. You're stuck with me. Come on. Come on. Say hello to everybody. Come on. That's it. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Gosh, she's terrible. Anyway, the topic of conversation tonight. I'm a bit distracted tonight, to be honest. I've got her on me. I can't remember what I was talking about. I think we were talking about a bit of politics. I can't remember and stuff like that. I'm a bit. What's the word? I'm a bit distracted at the moment, obviously because of I've got to do a bit of babysitting with her, like you do. Yeah, I've done some. Yeah, I've reviewed some good beers tonight. Actually, I've done a couple of good German ones, stuff like that. But she's kind of like she's taking control of me at the moment. So let's see who else has come up. Let's see who else has come up. Yeah, that's coming from a twat as well, isn't it? Look at that twat that's put on there. Look at the twat. Look at the twat. Yeah, he's a proper one, isn't he? He is. Yeah, he is. It's a proper one. He is. Hey, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Give you. That's it. God, this is terrible. Like, it's like holding a child. It's like holding a child, isn't it? Isn't it? Hey, she just won't leave me alone. I've got to follow. She follows me around the house, all the time. All the time. It's kind of like all the time. She's kind of like follows me around the house, and I've got to do this every time I come home. Just take her around the house, as always. Just take her around the house. Otherwise, she'll make my life hell. She does. She makes my life hell. She kind of like, if I don't do this, she'll keep me up all night. Won't you? Won't you? Yeah, yeah, you will. You will. You definitely will. I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing a live stream for tonight because you're just being a pain, aren't you? You really are. You're just being a pain in the butt. I don't know why the hell I'm doing a live stream. Why am I doing a live stream? I'm supposed to talk about beer in this live stream, but it's not happening, is it? I don't think it's worth doing this live stream. Um, no, it's not. It's not doing this live stream. God, let's see what Davey says. We got one from Davey. Give her some beer. That's what she's after. Some beer. She's after everything. She's after everything. She really is. God, she's terrible. And yeah, go on. She runs me life. She runs my life. She really does. She does everything. Um, she kind of like animals. You love them, but when they kind of like, it's just a pain in the butt, and they really at the end of the day, that's what they do. They're just kind of like it totally encompass your life. But once you kind of like get involved in everything, they kind of like boss you about and tell you what to do. If that makes sense, it really does. It's just like boss you about, tells you what to do. Then when they've had enough of you, they tell you, "Well, I've had enough of you, so fuck off," type of thing. If you know what I mean. But anyway, I've got scratches all over me from her. We haven't got the little kitten up here. We've got a little kitten. We've got two Burmans, two Burman cats, and we've got a little Maine Coon, which she's only about 4 months old. But hell, she's a lot of bloody work. God, she keeps me up all night. Literally keeps me up all night. She's absolute pain. She is. She's just terrible. She's kind of like up the curtains, beating up the other cats. But she's lovely in a way. In a way. So this live stream's been a bit invaded by our friendly furry creatures. But I'll tell you what, boys and girls, I'm getting to the end of this. What we got? We've got that's the one I'm drinking. I'm gonna finish it like I do, and I will just crack open this one if I can get to it without being interrupted by a cat. Cheers, everybody. Crack this open. I do see if, what comments come up. You can talk about anything. I'm on for another 20 odd minutes. This is what I do on my channel every week. Just do a live stream just to say hello to the people who've been watching me, basically. And if anybody, has got any questions to ask or anything about videos they've seen or beers or anything like that, stick it in the comments and I shall give you a relatively good answer. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. But, that's what it's all about. It's spontaneous. It's spontaneous. The questions come up, I'll give you an answer. That's why I like doing these live streams. You never know who's going to turn up and who's not going to turn up and whatever. Sometimes I have good weeks, busy weeks, and sometimes I have really bad weeks. To be honest, at the moment, this week's been quite quiet. I've still got the cat looking at me. Bless her. She's gonna look at me, giving me them doggy eyes. I should be kind of like being attentive to her, if you know what I mean. But no, I'm not being attentive to you. No. If you want to be attentive, you come to me. I'm not coming to you. You want? She's kind of told me, "Fuck you." That's what she said. Bless her. Anyway, boys and girls, I just pulled out the G40. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. That Glaswegian Heart, German Head, German Brewer in Glasgow, doing a German-inspired beer. Here we go. We're getting some comments. What's your beer of the year? My beer of the year is a supermarket beer. To be honest, Thomas, my beer of the year is a beer which really, for me personally, set the standard for supermarket beers, and that for me is New England IPA with Cloudwater Brewdog. There hasn't been a better beer for me outside a supermarket. So it's my beer of the year. I could have said a lot of other beers I've had. I could have said a beer which was, expensive, exclusive. I have some brilliant beers this year. But for me, if there's one what tells me that it's hit home where supermarkets are concerned, is that Cloudwater Brewdog one. So here we go. The comments are starting to pick up now. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. People are nice out from work this weekend, but I simply cannot be asked. Don't start me off, Matt. Don't start me off. Work dues. Don't start me off. I've got your message on Messenger, Matt, about the £15 voucher. It's exactly what's going to happen with us. But my £15 voucher is going straight to charity, if you know what I mean. Because I think it's right. We should give back. And the cats could say, what about beer of the year video for each category? Need better stout peels that I could do, Matt. The problem is, Matt. The problem is, she's a bugger. I haven't done enough for each style, I don't think. I think that's the problem. I don't think I've done enough of each style of beer to warrant that. Have we? We haven't, have we? Have we? We haven't, no. So for me, I'll just say beer of the year. Um, and I think it's not just the beer, I think it's about everything else that's involved with that beer. Uh, where you buy it, where, availability of it also. And from a perspective of a person who does not drink beer, where it would fall, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. It's, the worst beer of it, most overhyped beer. See, worst beer of the year. What worst beer of the year have I had? What beer I had, which I thought was pretty shit. I gotta let the cat out. Yeah, come on, let's go. Go. Beer of the worst beer of the year. Worst beer of the year, which is worst beer of the year. I don't think I've had a terrible beer of the year. I think I've had a lot of ordinary beers, a lot of mundane beers. I've had a lot of beers which are so generic in taste that they don't stick out anymore. They don't feel different. They just feel like, there's a. I've just started this year. I've just felt like with a lot of beers I've done, a lot of them are just middle of the road rubbish. A lot of them. I just feel there's a gazillion beers out there on the supermarket shelves, and a lot of them, you look at them and you think, what a load of middle of the road mush. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's just middle of the road beers which do not stand out, do not kind of like say, to me, wow, that's a brilliant beer. It's just a lot of beers out there which is, not doing anything anymore. To us, for the style of Brewdog Cloud, I've struggled to have better, and that's included all these. I do find with stout though, the more you pay, you taste big. Yes, the more expensive stouts you get, for me, there is a big difference regarding stouts. If you pay £10 a bottle for a stout, it's going to be exceptional. Going to be exceptional. So yeah, I'll totally agree with you on that, Matt. What's he saying? Worst beer of the year for me, Stormtrooper beer. I wouldn't say it was terrible. I mean, it wasn't great. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't great. I think the worst beer for me, thinking about it, was the Wildcard Brewery Donut, and it's a toss up between that one and the London Beer Factory Stout. I thought they were fucking terrible. The way they were kind of like put across as being something like a premium special craft beer, they were fucking awful. So for me, they were the two worst beers. Stormtrooper for me, yeah, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't brilliant, was it? It didn't make me pour it down the sink. It didn't make me have the reaction of, have an aggressive reaction, if you know what I mean. So for me, worst beer of the year, not too sure on that. I mean, yeah, it's terrible, to be honest. I've got to give you that. Um, yeah, it was shocking. They were shocking beers. Like I say, with Tesco, it's all about the quantity they put up, not the quality. And you find that there'll be only about two beers out of the Tesco canon, which you would say to yourself, it's a great beer. Then the rest of them, to be honest, are pretty shocking. And that's the way it is. A very, very what's the word? Inconsistent in quality. I think Tesco. I think whoever's buying the beers in, they're just buying it for the sake of it. I mean, Mothership Boot Pale Ale. That was a terrible one. That's a stinker. That was a pretty ropey one as well. But like I say, Tesco seem to stock beers which are very ordinary beers. That's what they're doing. They just are. They just nothing sticks out anymore. It just feels like hazy tropicalness in a lot of them. You know, it doesn't feel special. There's a lot of craft beer, lots of people jumping on this craft beer bandwagon with ordinary beers that just feel ordinary. You know, I can pick up a beer some days and I think just by looking at it, you think it's not going to be great. It's just going to be ordinary. It's not going to really grab me by the throat and give me a special experience when I'm drinking it. It just feels ordinary. And that's the problem we're going to get from now on, I think, especially reviewing beer. The Tesco last range, which was very poor in my opinion. I think the best wave was the first wave of beers. Yes, I would say yes, but there was kind of like, little gems in there, but there wasn't. But you've come up with another good comment. Yeah, there's no big mix. You're right. It's just sours, boots, deeper. That's it. It's this. I would crave for the day for a real decent imperial stout to appear on Tesco shelves. A real decent imperial stout. Definitely. I just feel like there just needs to be, a real strong, robust imperial stout. That's what we got. What's your favourite brewery? I've got tons of favourite breweries, Thomas. I really have. I haven't got a single brewery. I can't say there's a single brewery I would levitate to all the time, but there are a group of breweries out there which I definitely respect and definitely love all their beers from. I'll give you some examples. I like Durham Brewery. Durham Brewery, I like that. I like their beers a lot. I think they're honest. I think they're good quality beers. It's an impossible question, Thomas, to answer. To be honest, it is. I like Wander Beyond. I like, Cloudwater. I used to like. There's a lot of brewers out there. Brew York is another one I respect a lot. So there's a lot of breweries out there which, which I like. And I think, at the moment, there's too many of them in a nice way, if you know what I mean. What we got? There's no old school West Coast IPA. I miss some West Coast IPAs. No, there isn't. There seems to be sours, session IPAs, group IPAs. There seems to be stuff like that going on. There's nothing really anything with balls anymore. So everything's ordinary. I will review them and tell you about them. But everything feels a little bit mundane where the beers are concerned in supermarkets. Nothing really stands out. I'll be honest, I like the Brewdog Funk Punk, and that was different. But I just feel, it's all going in one direction. If you know what I mean. Durham Brewery, a great beers, good and nice. If they was in a fancy team, people go, yeah, they would. But sometimes I do like a bottle. I do like a traditional looking beer. I like a beer what looks like a beer in a bottle. I do like that. I don't like. Sometimes we can all go after the flashy cans and stuff. It's all well and good, but at the end of the day, it's what's inside that can what matters. And it doesn't matter to me if I pick up a Durham Brewery beer and it's a traditional looking beer, traditional looking bowl, I will drink it. It's all about the quality of the beer at the end of the day. It's all about what's inside that bowl. And for me, Durham have been very consistent. I don't think I've had a beer which I've really overtly criticised. Wander Beyond, recently I did one which I didn't think was great. But, it's all about what you prefer at the end of the day. What, taste notes and tastings, what do you prefer as a beer reviewer, or what you prefer as somebody who drinks beer, who have different tastes, and sometimes beer doesn't resonate with you as what it would with other people, if you know what I mean. Sometimes don't you feel more effort goes into the tin label that, yeah, I do. You get it when you go to the supermarket. Prime example, you go, there's beers out there in the supermarket, especially. I don't want to name, but I will. I'll name a couple of brewers. I did the Four Pure beers from Tesco. Can't remember what they're called. They were kind of like fruity beers. And I did the Four Pure collab with Mothership, which, yeah, the can looks great. The can looks top quality. It looks like it's special. It looks like there's something in there worth trying. But at the end of the day, it's quite mundane. Some of the beers, and I've noticed a lot of my reviews recently this year, because I've been doing a lot of jumping on to the craft beer thing with the supermarkets, like a lot of reviewers do, is that you do tend to start repeating yourself, and it's saturating the market in a way. It is the supermarkets are saturating the market in a way, and to be honest, it's not doing it that good, to be honest, because I think it's you're getting to the point now where you're getting a lot of people drinking craft beer and wanting to have good quality craft beer, but when they go to the supermarket, you're starting to get a level of quality of beer which will most probably be the same, and you only have a couple of nuggets in there which is worth buying again, i.e. in this case Tesco's Brewdog Clarewalk collaboration, maybe the vocation, but it's there's nothing there really outstanding. And I'm not being snobby, there isn't. You can go to a bottle shop, you can pick up more outstanding beers at a bottle shop than a supermarket, because 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, the guy who owns the bottle shop knows what he's stocking, and he knows what to bring in. He knows what to bring in, and he knows what is quality stuff. Supermarkets don't. All they're looking for is quantity and profit. That's what supermarkets do, and that's what supermarkets rely on, if you know what I mean. Matt Barker says best 4P beer was a West Coast diva, but that wasn't from supermarket. I agree. They're super a bland. They are. They're nothing special. I'll be honest with you, Matt. There's not a single beer I've had from a supermarket apart from one. That's that Clarewalk Brewdog, which I thought, yeah, it's brilliant. It knocked me off my feet. There isn't, because I know, I just know the quality is not going to blow you away. It's £3 a can. I'm not being snobby, but it's £3 a can. What are you going to get? It's not. It's just hard. It's hard to go like be excited about supermarket beers. Yes, there's some great brewers putting in supermarket beers, but it gets to a point where you get to a point where you can't go any further with them. I'm not sure. It could be me. Maybe the quality has to go up more. maybe people are starting to get more selective in the beers they do. He said, Matt says, if I'm honest, little beers for £1 are probably some of the best. Yeah, they are. I reviewed one earlier. Yeah, they are. The quality of Lidl beers is a lot better than a lot of supermarket beers, main supermarket beers, irrespective of what the beer looks like, and from the point of walking into a shop, looking at a shelf, and looking at how brightly coloured a can of beer is or a bottle of beer, they don't look incredibly exciting, but at the end of the day, it's all about what's in them. It's all about the quality of the beer in them. And for me, that's what is the main thing. And of course, you can like dress a bottle up or dress a can up as much as you want, but if that liquid inside it is no good, then it's no good, is it? So yeah, like you do, it's one of them things. At the end of the day, it's like anything, you pay for what you get in this world. But there's a lot of brewers which are kind of like going away from the substance, going away from the quality of their beers. They're just starting to kind of like think that the can should be priority over the beer. It feels it anyway. It does certainly feel it, definitely. So yeah, I think it's. I don't know what the future holds for beer next year. It could go back to more traditional sense. People might get to the point where they think, well, as craft beer got to the point where it can't go any further. People start looking towards more traditional beers, more traditional ales, than they previously did. I'm not too sure on that. I think we got to a point where we've come as far as we can regarding craft beer and the price of craft beer as well. Because at the end of the day, craft beer is very, very expensive, as opposed to going to more traditional beers, slightly cheaper, but it's got a traditional brewery behind it with a lot of history and tradition. We've got a comment from Thomas McCarthy. Let's see what he says. I don't care about artwork on can or bottle. No, nor do I. But it's a thing of if you've got the normal person walks into a shop who doesn't know much about beer, who wants to try something different. That's what they're aiming at. They're aiming at that market with the brightly coloured cans. The aim with the artwork, which would kind of like appeal to people. On eye. I'll go for that brightly coloured can, irrespective of what's inside it, irrespective of what style of beer they've got in there. They will go for that can. Matt says, I've had a problem with supermarket visits, people who's only used to drinking Fosters who buy them and they don't know any better what is out there. That's true. I suppose you could say if you had a Foster's drinker or a lager drinker going into a supermarket and they buy their beers and they see all these brightly coloured cans on the shelf, I'll try that. Could it be a gateway to them delving more into beer culture? I'm not too sure. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it's the quality of the beer which is suffering at the moment, because they're wanting brewers to produce beer on a mass scale at the end of the day. Because say, take example, you got Tesco's, they've got hundreds of stores around the UK, so you've got to supply them hundreds of stores. So what are you going to do? How are you going to distribute beer to that on that massive scale. If you're a craft brewer, Vocation would do it, because I know Vocation Brewery have expanded. But as a craft brewer, if you get your Tesco contract and you want to kind of like get into supermarkets, there's not a chance you will be able to sustain distribution to all them stores. You couldn't do it. You could not do it. And I suppose at the end of the day, it's what suffers. I suppose quality of beer suffers because of that. If you're going to supply to supermarkets, you got to have the premises, you got to have the resources to do that. And sometimes I think people haven't. I really don't. Vocation have. As Mothership, not too sure. 4Pure, maybe. Magic Rock, most probably. But, that's what I look at. Because I went to St Austell Brewery about 3 years ago, looked around the brewery and that, and I was surprised how small the brewery was, but they are supplying all Tesco stores with their machinery or whatever they've got in there. So it's not about the size, it's about the brains behind it, really. But I've always thought that, 5 Points Brewery, that's another one was coming to Tesco's. Have they got the resources to supply the stores to replenish shelves? I don't think they have. But, that's the problem. That's the problem supermarkets have got at the moment. What we got? Matt Barker. Craft beer, you're lucky to get a can bottle for £5. Yes, but at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. At the end of the day, mate, you also got to think, say if you get an Omnipollo or Scandinavian beer, how far it's travelled, but I don't mind paying £10 for a bottle of beer. I will do it, because if I feel it's special, if I feel it's from a brewery which I love, if I feel there's a lot what's gone into it, and it's come a long way to be in a position for me to buy it, I will buy it. I will. But I don't generalise it myself. What else has he come up with? Like you were saying about craft going as far as it can. I remember 3 or 4 years ago going to America and having a barrel-aged beers for this. I've seen a boom in those. I think that, to be honest, when it comes to barrel-aged beers, I think there's a bigger market in that than there is for craft beer. I honestly do. I think me personally, I would go out and buy more barrel-aged beers than craft beers. I would. I just would. I think it's a good market. I think it's a loyal market as well. I think there's some people out there who won't drink any other style of beer apart from being it barrel aged. And I think, you look at craft beer. Every can on craft beer says hops fade fast, drink fresh. That's the downfall craft beer has. You couldn't put this can of beer away for about 20 years or 10 years or 5 years. You just couldn't. Let's see what we get. Come next year, barrel-aged beers is nothing new. They're nothing new, barrel-aged beers, Matt. It's just the fact is that they just feel like, I just feel the quality is there with them for me. Barrel-aged beers, the beer has quality. They really do. They just have a different feel to them, like an old wine, if you want to call it that. Let's go back. Matt says, "Oh yeah, I do know what you mean. I was just saying about craft beers and cheap stuff. If I want one, I'd rather pay that bit more than £3 for Tesco." Yes, because Tesco, for me, the quality isn't all the way through the whole range, is it? The quality for me is with maybe a couple of beers, 3 beers. North Brewing Company, Lost Cosmonauts was good. The Brewdog Cloudwater, and most probably the Vocation Magic Rock. They're the ones which, for me, had the quality, but there's a lot of mishmash on themselves. And to be honest, I think the buyer Tesco's just decided to fill themselves up. What else we got? Yeah, totally. I can see barrel-aged beers becoming like buying wines. Yeah, they are. It's like if you've got Belgian beers, you've got Belgian quads, if you've got Chimay, Trappist Rochefort, say Bernardus, just put them away, age them, age that Trappist Rochefort would be brilliant. But, that's what I love about Belgian beer. You can stick them away and age them. And they never, ever, ever taste any worse than what they are now, do they? So for me, it's definitely worth aging beers. I prefer barrel aged beers. I do. I think my favourite style of beer, I think, has to be the aged element. Let's see what Matt's got you a red horse today. Hey, thanks, mate. Don't be too harsh on it though. Take into account the other world mainstream piss lagers. I won't be harsh on it. I'll be fair. I will be fair on Red Horse. I'll be fair. Like anything else I review on this channel, I will be fair. I'll be fair. I remember when I did the was it Corona Extra, I wasn't fair on that. I destroyed that beer. But I'll be fair on this one. Definitely, Matt. Definitely be fair on this. Definitely. Thank you very much, Matt. I haven't even sorted your box out yet either. New year, I'll be starting to get your beers in. I've already started to think about what beers I want to send you. Most probably be, I'm looking at Locker Polly to send you, looking at maybe something northern from my local shop as well. I will be looking all over to send you some beers, Matt. So it'll be in January when I start collecting them, and hopefully be sending you them all on the end of January. Obviously, was at the moment because I'm going away. It's a bit of a bugger, if you know what I mean. Bit of a bug. So what I'm going to do, boys and girls, I've been on for an hour, but if someone wants to comment, I will answer it. To be fair, though, this has a similar and a mainstream lager. I will still give it a well, Matt. I'll still give it a well. I'll give it an honest review. As always, I've got the kitten here now. You want to say hello? Oh, here she is. Oh, she's a bugger. She's a thug. She'll beat me up. Say hello. Go on. This one here, she keeps me up all night, don't you? Go on. Go over there. Oh, beats up all the other cats. She's a thug. Scott Docks Lager, new collab with Vocation. Get you now. Fantastic, mate. Can't wait to do that one. I know Kent Beer Reviews and Rob Derbyshire did some stuff from Docks as well. Check him out. Check them out, as always. As always, Matt. So, boys and girls, I'm going to knock you on the head now, to be honest, because I'm going to go downstairs. I don't know what the score is. I don't want to know the score, to be honest. So, all I can say is it's been a bit of a subdued one tonight. And I'll be honest with you, the reason why is because it's kind of like, you know what it is, right? The reason why it's a little bit subdued tonight is because I saw something today on the internet about somebody I knew from school. And it's when you go to school years ago, you knew everybody and everything, and when you leave school over the years, you don't hear the name until something bad happens. And today, somebody I knew from school actually died from an accident, which just kind of like hit home to me in a way. Quite subdued. Made me subdued tonight. Let's see what that says. I have an absolute banger for you, which will make you smile when you put it. I will do. I'll put it out. I'll put it out and enjoy it. Terry, mate. What about Sammy Smith? Make great beers. They do. I enjoy the Boston Lager. I do like that Boston Lager, Terry. It's a cracking beer. That. I haven't seen it around for a while. I don't know if I'm going to the wrong supermarkets and stuff, but yeah, I do like the Boston Lager. They are cracking brewery. definitely a cracking brewery. So, boys and girls, I'm going to end it. Thank you very much for joining me. As ever, I'll be back on next week. I'm going to end up doing some stuff and that, going to sit down in front of the box most probably. Got hiccups now. Cass calls me that. So as ever, thank you very much for joining us, and I will